My husband looks at me and then he says, Latasha, I need you to get a job. If you don't know me already, my name is Latasha Laster Mullins, and I'm 44, going on 45 years old. I'm a wife, a mom, a real estate professional, and author. And I'm also in the process of being a software developer. I'm creating an app called Pilot. So while I'm still focused on my real estate business, I also need to focus on the fact that with my real estate business, which is commission based, which means that if I don't close a transaction and sell a house, then I don't get paid. And so you could see how that is a problem when my husband's the only one that's bringing in paycheck. And in 10 years of working my real estate business, there has always been some peaks and valleys. So going in and knowing that, I'm still trying to open up my own software business, knowing all that I know. And I still want to pursue this, and I still don't see myself going back to a 9 to 5. My daughter's 17, and I stopped working a full 9 to 5 job by the time she was 6 years old. So by the time she was 6, I had been laid off from my job. I was 6 months pregnant with my son, and I found myself at a point in my life where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I did not go back to work right away. I actually waited till after my son was born, and then I had to make a decision on what I was going to have to do next, which I decided to go into real estate and become a real estate agent. I figured it was something where I would be able to stay at home with my son and still make money for my family and be able to help in supporting the family finances. I found a new freedom with being my own boss because I didn't have to tell my boss that my daughter has a field trip that I want to go and chaperone. I could just go. I just schedule it into my schedule. When my son is sick, I don't have to find somebody to watch him or be forced to take him to daycare only for them to call me and tell me that he just threw up. Like, I can keep him home. I was able to be involved. And not to say that in the last 10 years, I haven't had to go and get odd jobs. I had to do that. And so this last go around didn't go very well for me. Before I started in real estate, I was actually a paralegal. I eventually wanted to go to law school. I thought I was going to be an attorney. I wanted to be an attorney before I even knew what an attorney was. Working as a paralegal, I realized how much I hated working in a law office. And I did not want to do that for the rest of my life. So law school was out. I wasn't going to go back to being a paralegal. I was just going to take a step back. I did some freelance work for attorneys, and I decided that I was going to teach. So I became a college instructor, taught other paralegals how to be a paralegal, and also criminal justice because I have a master's degree in criminal justice and security. I was promoted in that role, and I became the academic program director at a business college that eventually closed down. So here I am, almost 10 years later, and I've been working for myself all this time. I've had odd jobs. I did go back since I worked as a paralegal. Let me go back to that. Well, it wasn't so easy to go back to that, considering that almost 10 years had gone by and the procedures didn't change, but the forms changed, processes changed, technology in the mix. I mean, back when I was a paralegal, we were still using the law library. I don't even think there's a law library in my county anymore. I didn't realize how much until I started working in the law office, especially when I started working for a larger law office where everything was really fast paced and I could not keep up with everything. So I'm back to real estate. I have just closed a transaction a few months ago. I have been doing lead generation to help me generate business, which those things are working. The only thing is the leads that I'm getting are not ready to move forward just yet. Just getting enough people to say yes and raise their hand is one part, but then also getting people that are ready to move forward with buying a house is another thing. Now, because I don't have that income coming in from my real estate business, I need to now focus on where's my next paycheck coming from, and is it coming from a 9 to 5? And even though that's always on the back burner, I know I'm going to have to probably do that. Right now, the employment market was not great. There's people that are actually out there looking for jobs that have been looking for jobs for months, and that's my competition right now. So working on commission is completely uncertain, but also I have a lot of uncertainty with creating this app that I want to turn into a business. And knowing everything that I know now about business and running a business and what it entails and the highs and the lows, I'm still wanting to do this. I'm still wanting to take that risk because I believe in my idea so much and I believe in myself so much. To a delusional extent, you have to believe in yourself because there's going to be so many other outliers that are telling you that you can't do this and that you are delusional and that you're crazy for wanting to do anything that doesn't involve someone paying you a paycheck. And I don't want to go back because I love the freedom. However, that freedom always comes at a cost. Free is just not free. It's the most expensive currency out there. And so I continue to have the freedom and the uncertainty because I know I'm worth a heck of a lot more than what somebody's willing to pay me. And I can do this myself. Even with all of the hurdles that come with owning your own business, I'm still willing to take the dive. So I'm determined to move forward with this plan of building my app because I believe in it that much that I'm going to do this. So hopefully that explains how crazy you really have to be in order to move forward. You have to believe in yourself that much, even when there's naysayers out there that are telling you you can't do it. So I'm telling you at 44, almost 45 years old, that I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I want you to watch me do it because I don't know how this is going to turn out. I have absolutely no idea. I'm at the very beginning of it all. And I'm praying that I am successful in this. And I heard from another real estate agent that he used the analogy business owners are people that jump out of an airplane and they build their parachute on the way down. That's crazy, right? So I'm jumping out of an airplane and I'm going to figure out where I'm going to get the parachute. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get the materials to build the parachute. And I've already kind of built the parachute, but now I just got to harness it down and get it so I can float my way down to earth again. And where everybody's going to believe in me because they actually see the fruits of my labor. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm actually going to talk to you in this next video about how much it's actually costing me to build this app. So stay tuned.